Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. Hello on the replay. Welcome to Shift Now for November 10th to November 12th, 2022. As you are joining in on the call, I'm going to invite you to say hello. Let me know that you are here. And we're just awaiting all of the notifications and all of the spaces to come through. I want to thank you all for joining me today. And know that you are an energetic contribution to this space, right? That you are your energy, your questions, your curiosities contribute to this space, your energy, right? We are all energy. And the beauty of this is that as we move through this journey, this video today, we are all shifting and have an opportunity to shift in a moment. And that the energy that is coming through is timeless. That though this is a numerology forecast for November 10th to November 12th, that if you're attracted to this energy or to this video, it may be because there's something here for you. There's something to shift within you. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Welcome. And so I can feel that there is a lot of energy that's already starting to move. I can feel there's some shifting that's happening. And as we're shifting, we've brought in this new layer where I'm feeling it as an invitation, right? This invitation to come into deep presence and to understand what deep presence means. And as we come into presence, I'm going to invite you to take a deep breath in and to just come into the body. Hi, Leah. And as you're coming into the body, if comfortable, bringing your hand to heart, I'm going to invite you to feel into the essence of you. And just notice what's happening in the body. Notice what's happening as you come into the body. Notice how things are simply shifting. That the body is starting to feel relaxed and calm. Notice the breath as you inhale and exhale. As you are bringing in life and gifting life back to the world through your CO2. Good morning. And as you come into presence with yourself, I'm going to invite you to feel that essence of you just flow through the body and notice that it's shifting, it's moving, it's expanding. And so the 10 of clubs is now coming in. Today's energy is the 10 of clubs 9. And there's this fulfillment energy, the fulfillment of your expression, but it's wanting to come through to create a shift in the body, in the meditations, in the mentality, in the mental thoughts, in the emotions. It's wanting to come in to cleanse, to soothe, to shift, to transmute. And so as you're feeling into the essence of you, just notice where it begins in the body. Good morning. And as you're feeling into the essence of you, I want you to notice what energies are rising up. How would you define that energy of the essence of you? As I'm feeling into the space, I'm feeling peace. I'm feeling vulnerability. I'm feeling the energy of innocence. I'm feeling the energy of great love. And the invitation, as you're feeling into the essence and you're allowing this essence, you, to move out through this form, to fill the space that's in your home, to fill your car, to fill whatever is around you. Your energy is moving out beyond this body, this part of you that is unseen, but always with you. And as this is moving out, just notice that there is no rush, that there is no to-do list, that there is no need for drive or perfection. The dishes can be done or not. All is well. That from this space, you get to notice that you are actually one with all of it. And as you are one with all of it, there are no prescriptions, there are no labels. It's all just you. And not just, it's all you. And so as you're feeling into this energy, we're simply allowing whatever doesn't serve to fall away. From this space, you can notice there may be thoughts that are coming in and out. But notice that they are not you. You are not your thoughts. As you're feeling into this space, you may notice emotions. I can feel grief rising up. I can feel sadness rising up. I can feel desperation. I can feel depression, anxiety. All of this is simply rising up to be transmuted in this moment. And as they are shifting, notice that they are not you. That part of this letting go is letting go of the idea that we must connect our thoughts to our own identification. We are not them. That we can disconnect from the idea that we are emotions. Many of us use the words, I am angry, I am depressed, I am this. But it's simply from this space, I am. And feel that, I am. And that as many of these emotions and things are rising up, it is simply a I am feeling, I am observing, I am witnessing, I am experiencing pain in my body, and it gets to leave. It gets to shift in this moment. I can notice someone in the hips. There's some hips that are loosening up. Because as you start to identify, and I use that word loosely, with this ever-flowing energy, this essence that flows through you, and just notice and feel that you are actually filling the space in your room. As you begin to identify with this essence, the unseen that is flowing through this body, you now begin to observe, hold on, I'm not this body. And so imagine what would be possible if we simply didn't identify with this body, this form. That we are more than that. We are more than our thoughts. We are more than our emotions. We are more than this form. We are one with it. But it no longer has to direct us in how we think and how we feel, that we can shift our focus. And so as we come into this energy of our presence, our essence, always available, notice the energies that I called out earlier, that notice the energy of innocence. Notice the energy of vulnerability. And vulnerability is an interesting one, because as we bring in the energy of vulnerability, as you are feeling that vulnerability is this energy that allows the space for grace and growth and expansion. And it's interesting because I was musing on this energy. I was playing with the energy of, vulnerability versus naivete, being naive. And I thought, ooh, that kind of feels similar, and yet it's not. And so in having conversation with Joy, Jonah came through, and Jonah was like, of course, vulnerability is that space to expand. Absolutely. And what we are discerning from this place of presence is that in the vulnerability, there is value, there is love, there is power, there is limitlessness. But we get to discern where we will put that vulnerability, who we will share that with. And he gave me the metaphor of, imagine the vulnerability was a beautiful, exquisite, extraordinary a vase. Now, one would not put an extraordinary, expensive, valuable vase on the top shelf when they have a cat, because you know that the cat will more than likely push the vase down and shatter the vase. And so with this vulnerability, you would place this beautiful, exquisite, valuable vase in spaces that would be safe. You would not place it on a high shelf. You'd probably put it on the floor. You would probably put it here. And so as you feel into your own innocence, your own purity, your own value and vulnerability, who are you sharing it with? What are those spaces? What are the community spaces? Who are you working with? Who is your lover? What is your mom like? Because we've been moving through this understanding of truth, deepening our own layers of what is true for me, and notice what is true for you here, now, in this moment. The truth that you are this extraordinary being, that you are this light, that you are valuable, that you are innocent, and you are pure, and you have always been that. It has always been flowing, but the mind has created these stories that have been connected to these emotions, where we have had these beliefs that we are not valuable, that we are not worthy, that we are not lovable, that we are not that. But that can transmute here, now, simply by being in presence. And so notice, as we are moving into this space, we are in this space of the dream. Can you feel that energy of the dream? This energy is carrying forth with you until the end of the year. It is your time to dream. But can you dream from this place of presence? In your wholeness? Because in this place of wholeness, you can actually see the limitless possibilities that are available to you. That there are no stories. That there are no limitations. That there is you, this essence that's connected to all. And so your invitation today with this 10 of Clubs 9 energy is to be willing to take the path untaken, the willingness to allow yourself to create a new pattern. A new pattern from this space, from the frequency of what it is that you want to experience. Call it in now. Is it wealth? Is it love? Is it limitlessness? Is it expansion? Whatever that is, call that in now. Bring in that frequency. Be one with that frequency. And feel the love for what it is that you're wanting to experience, because this is what's moving out into the world now. And for the remainder of the year, imagine the ripples, the waves of your light that is moving out, amplified in this space, here live or on a replay, here, now, out. Imagine the changes that are happening in this moment, all because of you, because of us. Take a deep breath in. And as you continue to move into this space, we now move into Friday, and it's November 11th. It's that 11:11 portal. There's this opening. There's this energy that is coming through that is allowing for you to see. As you are in this frequency here, you are being reminded tomorrow on Friday that you cannot fool energy. And so you may be experiencing the shifts that you are having right now in this moment in your material world. You may have that mirrored back with others that will allow for you to have an awareness. And at the same time, you may be experiencing past creations, past thoughts, past beliefs, past ideas. And so here, from this space of being present in your power, in your energy, your frequency, in whatever it is that you are calling in as your frequency, you'll see the world begin to shift. Those in your life will begin to shift. And as they do, we are not to take that information personally. We are simply receiving this information as feedback. What do I want to do with this? Right? And so there's this beautiful opportunity to notice, to create a devotion to this, because that's your invitation. Can you be this energy as you move through your day? That's not easy. And so can you allow yourself, can you decide to take moments through the day to be in this energy, to be present with yourself, to feel that value, that love, that whatever it is you're bringing in, to be that in that moment, while letting the world around you. It is not your job to control. It is not your job to try to change people. It is not your job to do anything but be here now as you. And to discover what it is that you want to express in the world. Here, now, in this moment is your full expression. Your full expression without any identification of labels of I am mom, I am woman, I am business owner, I am lover, I am a divorcee, I'm a single mom, I am a healer, I am a labeler of things. You simply are. This is the full expression of you. And so just notice. Because the feedback that you receive is that underlying cause, right? And when I say underlying cause, it can be a creation of that false belief that you weren't loved. And so as that feedback arises, it's, oh, beautiful. I'm just going to come back into me. I'm just going to come back into my presence. I'm just going to come back and I claim I am love. I claim I am valuable. What do I want to do in this relationship? What do I want to do in my business? What do I want to do in my life? What is shifting? What am I deciding in this moment? Because I am not that. I see that. But I'm not going to take it personal. It's not going to hurt my feelings. It's just information. And so just notice tomorrow as you're shifting, because there's this shifting in your own perception of self, this realization that you are more, that you are whole, that you are complete in this moment. The infinite expression of my essence. Exactly, Arida. And then again, as we move into Saturday, there's this integration that's happening, this opportunity to just allow for a deeper transmutation. But it's this noticing of, where are you fixated? Is it serving you? Are you focused on what it is that you are wanting to experience in your life? Or are you focused on what's falling away? Are you focusing on what is leaving? Are you focusing on what has already been done? Are you focused on the past? Because this day on Saturday is this invitation for you to choose the peace, to choose the harmony, to choose the devotion, to come into the realization that I am the authority in my life. Because as these things, and I can feel the mental stories that are leaving, no one was ever the authority in your life. That's what's leaving. No one was ever in the authority in your life. You always had choice, always. And so as you come into this, I am the authority of my life. I am the chooser of the experience that I choose to live. I am the chooser. It is me. And I choose to experience my infinite potential. I choose to experience my wholeness. And from that place, I choose what I'm going to experience in my material life. I choose whether or not I'm going to go do this. I choose whether or not I'm going to be with this person. I am the chooser. And so in this realization that those cannot rule over you, you also come to discover and land deeper into, and I now realize that I cannot control others either. And that if I have choice, then so do others. And that if I am whole and I am this essence and I am this extraordinary being, well, so is everyone else. And so there's this, can you be at peace with how you express yourself in the world? Can you simply be the fullest expression? Can you simply be the love in the world? Can you simply love others? Because this is your opportunity to experience a deep sense of freedom. And as I see it, it's like this vision of all of these masks just start falling off of everyone, not just you, but everyone. This opportunity, right? To let go of, oh, I simply see you. I see your light. And I see the stories that you've imposed on you, but I see you. And though I see your light, I also see the actions that you take. And that is not a space for me to bring my vulnerability. That is not a space for me to bring my vase, this valuable, extraordinary, exquisite vase. That's not the space. I bring this here. This is the direction that I'm moving. And so there's no judgment there. There's no perfection there. There's nothing there. That's just information. And so noticing as you bring this and carry this energy through the entire weekend and through the entire month, through the rest of the year, that we're just being called to be in this energy of presence and the middle way. This is the middle way. That I can live my life in wholeness and things can happen around me. But if they are not in my vicinity, if they are not calling me to do something because it's not a quick, there's an emergency, well, that's not my place to interfere. Yeah. And so I'm loving this energy that's coming forth over the next couple of days. I'm going to invite you to take a deep breath in, to bring your focus back behind the eyes. And if you have not yet opened your eyes, to come back into this space. I thank you all for joining me in this energy, for your contribution. And I'm going to ask, what is moving through for you? I know that this eclipse was really interesting. There was this cutting away. There was this slicing away energy. And I know that there was some slicing away in my life. And there was slicing away that I got to observe with my daughter. It was extraordinary. And I'm curious, what has been shifting for you and is now shifting in your material world? Like you're starting to probably feel the feedback of that or experience the feedback. Yeah. So love this. All right. So Dawn, I'm going to invite you to put in the chat like a little bit more specificity to what you would love a card on. Yeah. All right, let's see. Thousands of business ideas to do for next year, almost obsessive in thoughts and just spinning. Right. And so I'm curious, as you came into presence, and I'm not sure when you showed up on the call, as you came into presence, could you feel the direction of where you were going? And can you feel that there were some perhaps business ideas that were actually falling away? Could you see that there were some that were converging together to show you a path? I feel like with all of these ideas that are happening, especially in this energy that we shifted into, this dreamlike energy, there's opportunity here. And I'm not sure where you are in your divine timing. I kind of feel like I feel like you're in Venus. I'm not sure. And so that with this energy of like, I'm receiving all of the players in my life, I'm receiving all of the feedback in my life, I'm probably in this energy of acceptance, and there's this letting go that's also happening. And so things are still up in the air for sure, which makes sense. But I feel like there's this fine tuning that's happening for you. So if you want to add a little bit more specificity, Mocha, I would love that. Nicole, I would love a card around my desire to live in more freedom and to express fully as me. Love it. Did you guys hear that? My neck just cracked all the way down my spine. Let's see. King of Clubs. And so King of Clubs is really this. It's coming into the mastery of the mind. It's coming into the mastery of how we want to express ourselves into the lifestyle. And the King of Clubs is like, Nicole, we just did it. We just did this energy that we just moved through, that was inspired by that 10 of clubs, was this also this energy of the king of, like that energy of, okay, from this energy, from this deep presence, I'm actually expressing all of me. Now, this expression of all of me may not be through words, but it is through light. It is through energy. It is through emotions. And so as I come into this, this desire to live in more freedom, let's bring in the energy of freedom. And as you bring in, you feel that as you bring in the energy of freedom, it's now creating this opportunity to just transmute some energy within your own body, within your own heart. And it's just moving through. And it's coming up to move out through the throat. And the king of clubs is like, okay, so what do you want? What do you want to, where are we directing this focus? Where are we directing this desire to live with more freedom, to express fully as me? Where are we moving that energy? What is it that you actually want to do with that? Because I feel like there's this energy of, well, I want the feedback. I want to receive the feedback of me being the full expression of me. And so where are you putting that forth? Now, one can put it forth in their entire life to start to notice the feedback, but I feel like you have one specific place where you're wanting to express this, to do this. And so it's this willingness to just cut away with the bullshit. It's what the king calls, cut away with the bullshit. Choose your focus. Decide where you're going. Decide where you're headed. Decide where you're journeying. Because this is going to allow for you to come into the fulfillment of, oh, okay, well, here I am and I'm receiving the feedback of that. How am I feeling with that? How am I playing with that? Do I want to continue to go with that? Or am I just like shifting a little bit here? And there's also this melting away of this idea that you're not free, right? This letting go of freedom begins here. And so as I feel the freedom within myself, I get to now discern where I'm going to express myself. I discern. And so it's that, again, that idea, the metaphor of the vase, like we can choose to express in, a community that doesn't match us. Or we can choose to express in a space where we feel inspired, that has the same ideas, the same thoughts, the willingness to be open, the willingness to allow. Like we are the chooser of our experience. And so that's what's being invited in for you. Let me know how that resonates. Fear, doubt, and all the stories. Dawn. So card that's supporting you in releasing the fear, the doubt, and all the old stories. There feels like there's this hiccup in the head. Like it's right here. It's like there's like this tiny little spin that's happening there. Or not a tiny spin, I guess a tiny circuit that's happening. And the circuit is like refresh, upload, refresh, upload, refresh, upload. It's like a programming glitch is how it's showing up. I'm just feeling into your energy because I know you're a 2 of diamonds. I can feel you. You're a 2 of diamonds. Yes. And so 2 of diamonds, there's this hiccup that's happening in where the 4 of spades is like asking you to kind of take a look at where you're moving out your energy, because it feels like you're moving out your energy in spaces that have no flow. Does that make sense? It almost feels like the hiccup that's happening in the mind is you're wanting to move into this energy of being without fear, of being without doubt, and letting go of all the old stories, but you're choosing the same pathway where you did experience, like where there is fear there on the where there is doubt, where there is. And so the Four of Spades is like, take a look at where you're directing yourself, where you're moving, where you're headed, because where you're headed is not where you think you're going. And so stop trying. It's like almost like I'm going to take all of these Lego pieces that are here. I'm taking all of these Lego pieces that are here, and I'm just going to build the same building. Same again. I'm going to, oh, it didn't work. I'm going to take away all the Lego pieces and I'm going to build that same building again because maybe it's going to work. And then again, you do it again. And so it's just kind of like continuing to, oh, it didn't work. Oh God, it didn't work, but I did it. And oh, it didn't work. And it's like, okay, one, this fear can be gone in just a moment by facing the fear. Absolutely. And this fear is actually telling you, hey, but you keep choosing the same thing over and over again. And it's kind of not working for you. And so the fear is now like deepening within your own self. And so now you're starting to doubt yourself. You're starting to doubt your capabilities, your abilities, your availabilities, all of these things. And it's like, but open up your lens. Like there's so much more that's available in life. Just allow yourself to see that there's actually more that's available. Because within all of these buildings, like there's all of these little spaces that's like, come on, see me, come here. Oh, and see me over here, come here. And so there's a shifting for you that's happening. Yeah. Because there's this celebration energy that's now come in, right? Like to celebrate. Oh, I realize I've actually just been doing the same thing over and over again. I just painted it purple or I just, whatever. And like, I feel like you might have just received a great affirmation, right? Affirming an idea that this fear was trying to tell you. And so there's some shifting that's happening here in the back of your head. We're just going to let that move. Yeah, let me know how that resonates for you. Let's see. What can I do to tap further into my essence while others' emotions and actions are not in alignment with where I'm going? What energy is supporting that? There's some energy that's moving up here through the heart. So we're just allowing that to move. Oh my gosh, I'm burping. It's moving. You might be feeling that as well. All right. So Two of Hearts. Two of Hearts is like, okay, are you willing to be in your full essence anyway? Because it's like it's this energy of, as you're seeing other people that are here with you, that you're experiencing in your life, their emotions are now impacting your emotions. They're impacting how you are feeling because there's this energy of, I'm taking it personally. Does that make sense? Like you're taking that energy personally. And so you're, so it's now shifting your own emotions. It's on shifting your own feeling into your own essence, right? One of the experiences that I had this past week was with my 13-year-old. And so my 13-year-old, and it was the eclipse day, I picked her up from school and she had been unwell for a couple of days. And so she didn't get one of these forms. And the form was to have an experience with her school. And so she was missing out. And I had asked her to go get the form to ask for it, but it had already been due. And so she didn't want to do it. And that morning she woke up. And she woke up an hour early. And I had slept in because of the eclipse. I was so tired. And so she woke up an hour early, came downstairs, woke me up. Now, I could not see her because I wear glasses. It was dark. I squinted all the way up and I was like, I thought she was my 15-year-old. And was like, "Oh, you're gonna leave now. I'll walk you out to the door." And I didn't realize it was Chloe. And so as I get to the door, like I open up my eyes and I see it's Chloe and I'm like, "You're going to school?" And she's pissed off at me. And she's pissed off because I didn't wake up on time to take her to school. And and so I'm looking at her, she's looking at me, and I'm like, "You're walking to school?" And she's like, "Yes, I'm walking to school." And I look at the time, I'm like, "But it's 7:45." And we leave at 8:45. And she's like, "Ugh." She just turns and she goes back up the stairs. She goes to the room, her room. And so the next day or that afternoon, and now I'm talking to her about this form, and she didn't get the form. She didn't do as I asked. And and that's okay. And she just started bawling. She was crying and she was hiding it from me. I could tell she was crying, but she was crying all the way home and she's hiding. I can hear her sniffling and all of the things. And I'm just, "Are you okay?" And she's "I'm fine." "What do you want for dinner?" "Nothing." All of the things. And so I let her be. She went up to her room, hid in a room, and I allowed her to emote, to be. And I wasn't taking it personally, right? Though I can. And the next morning there was a huge shift. And the huge shift was I didn't have to go and I didn't have to go fix it. I didn't have to go control. I didn't have to go do any of the things because in that moment, she actually realized, "Oh, it's my responsibility. It's my responsibility to get up on time." Like I got mad at mom, but mom didn't actually wake up late. She was on time. I was early. And mom couldn't get my form because it was my job to get the form. And so I didn't get the form. That was my responsibility. And so in that shift, she had this opportunity to take responsibility. And so she got the form and she was happy about it and everything worked out for her and all of the things. And so it's that kind of energy that the Two of Hearts is saying, "Hey, and are you willing to not take that? Are you willing to be in your own energy, to be affluent within your own energy, to move that energy out and to allow for that energy of you to shift the space?" And as that energy is shifting the space, it's shifting their own energy. It's creating an invitation for them to shift. That shift can allow for crying. It can allow for anger. It can allow for other things to rise up. But it's because you're holding your own energy, love, value, power, all of the things, and not taking it personal is the key, right? That we can allow for ourselves to be the light, which is, allows others to start to see their own light. And this is part of the play of it. And so, yeah, it's coming into the Ace of Diamonds. It's coming into, I'm going to focus. I'm going to be in the awareness of I am this vessel of energy that is of wealth, of value, of love, of expression. And I'm going to fucking shine that light. I'm going to be it. I'm going to be that beacon. I'm not going to turn myself down. I'm just going to be it. I'm going to be my fullest expression. And so I hope that resonates for you. Like I love that for you. So good. Let's see. Feeling the 10 of clubs need to be vulnerable to express today, but I'm feeling hesitant about the ripple effect. Ooh. I feel like it's the same energy. That ripple effect is, again, it's an opportunity to see, to not take it personal, to stay in your own energy, to be you anyway, and to be you and come into this, like the mastery is, as you're noticing, even if you were to get triggered, it's to come back to self. Okay, I'm noticing the ripple. The ripple is creating this, I don't know, someone else to be in fear. And so they're responding to me in fear and they're projecting. Okay. And this projection is now creating this, like I'm now triggered. And so in this trigger, I am going to choose peace. I'm going to choose to be in my energy. I'm going to choose to be here now. And as I am present, as I'm here now, I'll let that shift, whatever's shifting, I'll let that whatever transmute. I'll get my aha at some point, somewhere. Doesn't matter. And I will allow myself to notice this energy and figure out, okay, well, what is it? What is it that I want to experience with this person that's rippling back to me? Do I want to experience freedom? Do I want to experience higher love? Do I want to experience value? I'm going to feel into that energy, and I'm going to allow that to inspire my response, whether I respond, right? And so I think it's, yeah, it's there is no, there's the fulfillment of it. Like things are falling away. As things come to rise, as you start to express yourself, other things are falling away. And so the ripple might be people are falling away, things are falling away, ideas are falling away. And can you be okay with that? That's the place from coming in peace and the letting go of that control, because you're being invited into higher love for you. I know your birthday's coming, like you're in dream time, right? And so I feel like there's this desire to experience that higher love. Like I feel like there's this almost this I'm redefining my relationship to me, but I'm redefining my relationship with a lover, with a partner, with someone in my life. And so I've noticed this past year that there were things that came into my awareness that I'm wanting to shift. And as I come more into me, I'm noticing the rippling effect, which might be that those are leaving. Some people are going, and I can be okay with that because I'm choosing me. I love me. I decide to have what it is that I want to experience. And I now know with better clarity what that is. And so I think that is awesome. I think it's brilliant. Oh my gosh. Mocha. Expansion and wanting to go big and knowing, hold on here. Let's just, a card for expansion of all I know and to download the ideas that are better serving of self to express. I am not in fear to express. I just get stuck in ways of expression. There's a lot of energy for wanting to do all of a sudden, but I feel like I was shot out of a cannon right now. Yeah. I wonder if you're moving into your Mars. I wonder if that's what you're starting to feel. I don't even know if you're in Mars or in Venus, but it could be that you're starting to already feel that pull. And so that is a great possibility. Now, the card for expansion, download the ideas. Absolutely. So it's the realization that, wait, let's see what card comes. Yeah. Right. Thank you. So it's the realization that, okay, as you're downloading all of these ideas and all of these beautiful things that are coming through, not all of them may not be for you. And so that's what the sifting and sorting is. And so it's beautiful to have these downloads. It's beautiful to have these ideas. And it's you get to be the chooser of it. You get to say, oh, this is where I want to go. And this is where I don't want to go. Like, this is what I want to do. And this is what I don't want to do. And just because it's downloaded doesn't necessarily mean it's for you to take action with. Right. So we all know that as we are in we are all energy. And so we have the ability to channel. We channel. And we have this opportunity to channel others. We channel with others. I'm channeling here in this space with all of you. And as we are channeling, we're grabbing onto these other ideas that can be downloaded for, oh, hold on, this actually might be something that I'm going to write on a form or a piece of paper. Like I use, these. I'm going to write that down and I'm just going to leave it there for a second. I don't have to do anything with it now. I can just leave it on a piece of paper so that it's there if I need it there. But I'm going to allow myself to be in the inspiration of, oh, remember that idea that you thought 6 months ago? Oh, now's the time. So you could be downloading all of these ideas that are not here for here now. It could be for later down the line. It could be not even for you. And so it's just this opportunity to allow for yourself to sift and sort. Does this match what it is that I want to do? Because I feel like in this, like you're shifting in your own integrity, like the integrity of, oh, what is it that I'm actually wanting to express? What's integral to me? What do I want to be of service with? Like, what do I want? How do I want to express myself in the world? Now that I know who I am, now that I have this plethora of tools and techniques and these beautiful teachings that flow through me, how do I want to make all of that? Like, how do I want to bring that all together as the expression that's moving through me? It's not me, but it's an expression moving through me, right? So I hope that that is making sense for you. Yeah. What can I do to reintegrate into the world? So funny. I get this vision of this little mouse in this cute little cupboard, and it like throws open the doors like, ta-da! I am here. I am here, world. See me. It's very cute. But it's interesting because the mouse is like, and like, you're not coming out alone. Like, you have a team. You have a team. You have your, I feel like you have your spirit guides. You have your, like, everyone's coming out with you. You were never alone. You were never in hiding alone, or you were never like in recluse alone. Like, you had your team with you. They were all with you. And so it's like this, okay, this beautiful energy of, Five of Spades. Yeah. Oh, man. You have the wisdom. So you have the wisdom. You already have the wisdom within you that is wanting to be expressed out in the world. And so as you come into reintegrating yourself in the world, simply take one step at a time. One can come out and just do the ta-da, here I am. And yet there's this, there's this, like, in this taking your one step at a time, there's this energy of like, I am Fiona. And as I was integrating and discovering and shifting and learning within myself, I discovered these extraordinary things, these extraordinary gifts. I discovered me. And so as I move out, I bring all of me here with me. And so in this deep presence, in this, by being here now as you, claiming you, being you, you simply move out into the world. And it can actually be easy, right? And again, it's that same kind of energy of like just noticing the ripples of change that are happening around you, and noticing and sifting and sorting, oh, well, this doesn't match me anymore. And this community doesn't match me more. And so there's this shifting of, oh, I'm now starting to see the material world form for me in response to what I've discovered about me. And so there's this also this letting go of the minds, like this, can you be okay with that? Can you be okay as you receive this feedback and just take it as feedback, as information? Because in this, there's the, like, in the willingness to be it, there's that energy, like there's a pattern that you have of taking it personal. And so in this taking it personal, it's like, no, just be with you, stay with you, see the wisdom that's flowing through you, see all of you, stay in that energy, because there's a pattern that's wanting to disconnect. There's a pattern that's wanting to change. Like all of this is change. Like all of this is saying you have changed. Simply honor that change. And as you reintegrate, you'll notice things are shifting, changing, and the willingness to be is truly calling you. Yeah. Hello, Jocelyn. Rosalie. I would love a message on continuing the flow of financial flourishing. I see you like, I see you with your paintbrush flitting and floating, and I see you like just like painting the world. I see paint falling off your brush, and I see canvas after canvas after canvas after canvas. I don't know if you're painting like a hummingbird or or not, but I see like in this last canvas, there's this extraordinary painting of this hummingbird. There's these like the dark, like this dark green, like color of the wings, but then around it is this gorgeous, like, I don't know, burgundy iridescent color. Yeah. Jack of Spades. So it's interesting, as I was tuning into like that canvas with the hummingbird and the and the pictures and the colors that were coming, all I kept on hearing was captured, captured, captured. And I was thinking, oh, well, what is that? And it's like this essence. The essence of you is wanting to flow through the paintbrush, and it already does. But there's this thing, there's this idea that you are captured, that you are being held, that there is this restraint from the fullest expression of whatever it is that you're moving out into the world. And so what's holding you? What's holding this trapped little bird that's in your heart? What is that? There's this energy of like this imprisonment, because we're moving forth, we're moving through. Can you be the fullest expression of you? There's an initiation that's happening for you as you continue to move forward in this, the true depiction of value, the true depiction of this energy. Like, feel that energy now. If you feel into the energy of value and you allow that value, that wealth, that flow to move through you, it's creating this invitation. And in that invitation, it's almost like, will you bring that out through your hand onto canvas? If you were to paint wealth, love that. If you were to paint wealth, what would that look like? And so as you're feeling into the energy of wealth, and you allow that to move through you and to flow through you onto a canvas, what would your picture of wealth look like? I feel like you're creating something to be your anchor, so that you can always see that as a financial reminder and know that this canvas, whatever it is that moves through you, that you put onto this canvas as your anchor, it will shift, it will move, it will change as you continue to expand in your own energy of value. And so other colors will come in, and you'll add some, iridescence. I don't know, you'll do some sort of things, and it will shift and mold and grow with you. Like, it's really beautiful. And it's creating like the invitation to stay in that creativity, in that devotion to that value being expressed through you, not just through your art, but through your heart. That is beautiful. Hello, Joy. How are you? Yeah, let's see. For me, self-love, value, believe came up this week. Yay. How can I move into self-expression more? How can I move into self-expression more? That's so interesting. Like, I have this vision of I'm getting a lot of visions today. I'm getting this vision of this beautiful windmill, and this beautiful windmill with the water, a stream that's going around it. And this windmill is just like, it's creating this wind. It's creating this ripple. It's creating this, like, it's just flowing. And I hear this whisper, Jenny, you are the wind. You are the wind. And so I'm curious to what card will come. You are the wind. You are this ripple. You are this. You have such impact in the world. Yeah. So as you came onto this call earlier on, you felt into the essence of you, and you felt into this flow that was available to you. And in this flow, there's this invitation with the Two of Spades to come into communion with this energy. to bring into practice this energy of the essence and the value and the love, and to allow this to be in the body, to invite it in, to be one with it, and to carry that forth as you continue to go about your daily life. Because you are this ripple, you are this change, you are this wind. And I forgot what they call it, the butterfly effect, right? A butterfly that can flap its wings in one part of the earth can create tornadoes and hurricanes and shifts, around the globe. And it's the understanding of this is the energy that flows through you. This is the power that flows through you, not because you are here to have power over, but simply because you are this energy. You are this power that flows, the power of this love, the power of the value, the power of this, all of it. You are all of it. And so to create this devotion to this energy that flows through you by creating a practice, maybe setting an alarm, to know that you are more, so much more, you are whole. Yeah. And to continue to allow, like, the result is in allowing this practice to happen for you, you start to witness the karmic not being anything bad or anything good, just the feedback of you coming into communion of you. You will start to see the feedback not only in your mental and your spiritual, in your emotional and your physical body, but you will start to see the wholeness of you and the wholeness of your life. Right? You will start to see and experience the feedback of that. And by being in this energy of love, devoted to the love that's flowing through you, the value that's flowing through you, you will experience a shift within your own perception of self, within your own spirituality. So I love that so much for you. Yeah. All right. I'm seeing all of your feedback and all of the stuff. Beautiful. All right. Well, thank you so much, ladies and gents, for joining me here today. So good. I love connecting with all of you. So this was fun. If you are curious, if you want to dive into your own numbers, if you want to understand more about what influences are coming in this year for you as we move into 2023, I'm going to invite you to connect with me, where we can discover what is supporting you on this journey. Beautiful. Wishing you all an extraordinary weekend, and I will see you in the spaces. So much love. Bye for now.